This morning in my ongoing series, Mind Matters, we are talking about balancing your mental, physical, and spiritual health, mainly mental. And I'm joined this morning by Marquez Johnson, the founder of Mind Your Business, keyword mind. And I love the name of your business. You started this. Tell me why it was important for you to deal with the mental health and kind of bridge the gap between the Black church and mental health services.
Sure. So I've always been in church. I've been in church my whole life. I've seen the difference in, being in church and hearing all of these things about all of these mental issues and how we dealt with them culturally as a Black church. And so one day, I was at work, working in a psych ward hospital, and I had someone come in that I knew. And it was a difference. It was like a pull. Like I could see how the struggle was. And from that point, it just built up a resilience in me. Like I have to be one of the ones that's a voice to bridge this, how people look at mental health.
Yeah.
It's always been taboo with our culture. And so because of that, of course, there's statistics that show that more African Americans go to church to deal with their mental health issues. But the church weren't equipped to deal with them.
Yeah, and tell me why in the African American community there is this taboo and this stigma that still continues today. What are you hearing from people in church why they don't go to the counselor?
Yeah, well, they don't want to talk. They're taught not to talk. I mean, we've heard many times in our culture what happens in this house
stays in this house.
Right? And so we've, from little kids being taught don't talk. Even if you're talking to someone that can help you. So we didn't know what help looked like or who should we talk to.
Yeah, and we were taught too that you just take it to God in prayer.
Sure.
And pray about it. And if it still sticks with you, then something's wrong with you when it comes to your faith.
Correct.
Tell me how detrimental that is to us.
Oh, well, then that puts a stigma on how we look at God.
Yeah.
Because that was the problem. Why would I serve a God that is not audibly talking back to me?
Right.
And that is not quick fixing my problem.
Quick fixing. That's it. That's it. So here we come with Mind Your Business. Tell me what you do.
Our company, we merge with the faith and the mental health, raising awareness, why mental health is important with our culture, why mental health is important with the church, and how to integrate those programs and those services, and how to understand it. Even if you're not the therapist, the pastor is not the therapist.
Right.
Pastor is not always your counselor when it comes to mental health, but they can identify issues and know when to send you to the right help, and understanding that and having that partnered. So we just integrate support groups, talking about certain issues in safe places, equipping the leaders of the church, understanding what crisis look like, understanding how to counsel on certain levels. Or maybe I might need to send this person to a professional.
I think you said something really key there, or knowing when this is not my lane and you need to go somewhere else. Do people respond better when they hear people at the church get up and say, hey, I was going through a depression, but then I went to a therapist and I got better? Does that help when they hear the people that they sit next to in the pews get it?
Absolutely, because it's relatability.
Okay.
I mean, even the Bible tells us that we're delivered by the words of our testimony. And so I know we try to forget a lot of things that we go through, but you're going to need to remember some things because you're going to have to testify so people can be relatable. People can understand that if my neighbor went through it, I can get through it too.
You can get through it too. Tell me about the pastors when you approach them. Do you get any pushback like, no, we're good. We're good. We don't need that in here? Why is that?
Well, I think it's because of understanding. I think it's because of knowledge. They're more embracing now. COVID did that for us.
Okay.
They're more embracing now and they're more receptive of it, but they just don't know how. So it's just understanding how, strategy. And so that's what our company does. We help to go in and forecast what that particular church needs. Not every church needs the same talks.
So you custom it for wherever you are.
Absolutely.
Last question before I let you go. There's a fear of talking. I think you hit that. How do you help people overcome that fear of saying maybe what happened to them in their childhood? Or how do we overcome that fear if I say it?
Well, that's really the problem, is people can't find the words to articulate it.
Okay.
People just don't know how to articulate it. So the key thing, the first thing, if you can hear anything that I say, is to allow people to feel safe. And sometimes it's not always attacking the problem. It's simple things. Well, where you come from? Oh, I came from that too. So it's how, you know, bringing in people and like letting them feel safe and understand that I'm being heard in this moment. A lot of times you don't even have to say nothing back.
Yeah.
People just want to be heard.
They want to be heard and they want to feel safe.
Absolutely.
All right, you have a big event coming up in Canton. Tell me about that before you go.
So July 31st through August the 1st, we're going to be doing a revival night on July 31st at Apostolic Faith Assembly. And we're going to be with Pastor Kermit Green, and we're going to be there, and we're going to be talking about, of course, worship. We're doing worship, and we're going to be preaching and all that stuff, but we're going to talk about mental health. But the next day, on August the 1st, on that Saturday, we're going to be at the Southeast Community Park. And we're going to be out there with the families and children. We're going to be having a 5-on-5, 5 versus 5 tournament for young men.
Basketball.
Basketball.
Hooping. Okay.
We're going to be giving away a $1,000 cash prize to the winner.
Great.
We're going to be having some city officials that are going to be represented there, and we're going to be talking about mental health and how the community can, you know, come together and do some better.
And that's what needs to be done. Bring the community together, have some fun, but also get informed at the same time.
Yes,
Marquez Johnson, I applaud you.
Thank you.
For Mind Your Business.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Thank you.
Mind Your Business. Great title, and may you continue to do this great work.
Thank you so much for having me.